Hello there, it's Alan here again. In this video, what I wanted to quickly outline and delve into briefly is some of the USPs for the business. Okay, so as you can imagine, I'm quite unique. I've got some interesting ideas and angles in life, and I wanted to try and implement them into the business to really set myself apart from the others that are working within the same kind of area. Okay, so we'll delve straight into it. One of the keys for me really, it is all about the preparation and the quality of the ingredients to begin with. So yes, you can make bad quality ingredients taste good or taste okay, but they're never really going to taste amazing. Let's be honest. Now, where does that start for me really? The water, okay? So I can guarantee you, every other restaurant out there is probably just using tap water, blah, 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 rinsing it, in they go, cook it, job done. Okay? One of the key things is for me, is to filter the water through a three-stage process where it's filtered, it gets all the crap out of it. We then reharmonising the water, so giving it that kind of structure as if it's come out of a fresh spring from deep underground, from the aquifers of the world. Okay. Now, to me, this is a really key component because everything's made of water. We're 70% water. The majority of the fruits, vegetables, etc. that I'm using on a day-to-day basis have a relatively high water content as well. Now, common sense dictates that if we're using good quality water and putting it into our bodies in one way, shape or form, ultimately it's going to affect how we function and how we perform, which for us is going to be portrayed in energy. Okay? So that's one of the key things. Next, the attitude, the vibe and the environment that we're able to create. Okay, so touching on the water aspect, water has a consciousness, it stores emotions. Okay, so again, you can imagine that if we're in an environment where there's shouting, swearing, negative energy, people having a crap day, that's going to rub off on the quality of the food. Whereas what I'm aiming to do is to foster that environment whereby myself and the other people that are in contact with the food are having a great time. We're doing it from love, and the love portrays and injects itself into the flavours and the overall quality of the food. So you can taste the love. You can taste the difference between a dish that's been prepared with hatred or somebody that hates their fucking job versus somebody that's done it from love. Okay, big difference. And ultimately your body knows there's a big difference when it comes to digesting it as well. We are going to purely run a plant-based kitchen. Yes, we might use some good quality dairy here and there, ghee, butter, a little bit of cheese, etc. But outside of that, there's going to be no meat, there's going to be no fish making its way into the kitchen. So the people, the veggies, the vegans, and the people that want to eat this type of diet, a lot more so, well, guess what? That's going to be a massive selling point for them. The quality of the ingredients, as I've already touched on, my key areas really, I want to use biodynamic farming methods, okay? So a much later date, I want to be self-sustainable, so I can grow the vegetables as well as kind of prepare them and sell them as food. But for the meantime, I have found a collection of different farms, as well as obviously going into some of the markets where I can buy wholesale, good quality, local produce, organic, or preferably biodynamic. Does mean that we're a little bit affected with the seasons, which is fine, I can deal with that. But this is something I really want to build into it that is a unique selling point. Okay, so these are not things I'm doing right now, but again, overview, bigger picture, further on down the line. So I want to bring in we'll start with the testing, bring in a way to test people, profile them, and then we can create our own system whereby it's tailored specifically to your body type. So it won't just be generic, here's some great food that's plant-based, etc. It'll be, okay, well if you're this body type, these are the variations on that recipe that we might need to bring about. And then if you're this particular body type, we can't be eating this or this very often, so we're going to give you X, Y and Z instead. Okay, so it's getting a lot more specific, a lot more tailored, and obviously a lot more higher cost for the end user. I want to package some fitness offerings into it as well. So I won't be labelling it as fitness classes, obviously I'll come up with some sort of terminology nearer the time, but essentially people that subscribe to the meal service and to the monthly care packages will have an option to go and do a workout of some sorts in the morning or in the evening in the areas that I've got a high deliverability to, i.e. if I'm pinpointing Croydon and Leatherhead as an example as my two main bases to begin with, then I'd set up a class in Croydon and one in Leatherhead. Okay, simple. I'd either teach it myself or one of my staff will go out and teach it, or just pay someone to go and teach the class, following my kind of protocols, if you like. But that way we're catering to the people that don't necessarily want to go to the gym, but they want to be part of a community, part of a movement, part of something different. Okay. Last but not least, I want to try and merge the world of tech with the traditions of yesteryear. By which I mean there's a lot of old school knowledge, ancient wisdom out there evolved around healthy lifestyles, keeping your mind healthy, your body healthy, etc. We've also had a recent kind of emergence, if you like, of biohacking, and a lot of people using technology and the latest developments to really push their human performance. So where I can see this business going at a later date is the merging of the two and creating some really unique programs there where we can rely on the advances in technology alongside the old school chain of thought. Okay, so that's a brief overview of some of the unique selling points of the pantry. As I'm sure you'll agree, some pretty far out ideas there, but there's also some really good solid content that's going to, essentially change lives, and that's what I'm in the business of doing. So hopefully you found this useful. I'll see you in the next video.